opportunity to be a starting quarterback, but knows his role in Philly will be as Carson Wentz backup. But will Wentz be ready to go week one? That's the question. Well, Wentz was on his way to a potential MVP season before tearing his ACL and LCL last December. It's usually a 9 to 12-month recovery process. But Wentz hoping to take the field as the Eagles starter when the regular season rolls around.
So we've started, and I'm not going to get into real specifics with rehab and everything, but we started the running progression and all of those things. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good with where I'm at and just trying to stay the course. But like I said in the early or late last season, I mean, it's such a fluid process. It's so hard to put a time frame and a timetable on these things. I wish I knew as well, but things are going well, and I'm happy with where I'm at.
You mentioned week one as your goal, and you said you believe you do that week one. Is that still the way you're thinking now?
Yeah, that's still the goal.
All right, keep it going, Carson. Meanwhile, Joe Flacco has 4 years remaining on his contract in Baltimore, but that hasn't stopped people from speculating the Ravens may take a quarterback in the upcoming draft. For his part, Flacco not phased, saying, quote, "It is what it is. It's a business. Eventually, at some point, that's going to have to happen." And although Saquon Barkley is considered by many to be the best overall player in the upcoming draft, former offensive lineman Ross Tucker believes Barkley does have some weaknesses that are being overlooked, citing his own college roommate Kyle Brandt, who believed he was a highly touted running back at Princeton, only to fall short of expectations both in football and in the game of life. Kay, back to you.
Interesting report there, and appreciate the setup there, Will Selva. For more on this story, let's bring you Ross Tucker. Ross, come in here.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. We're just hanging out, Kyle. What are you doing? What's up, man? This is my guy.
Former NFL
What's happening?
Hi. How are you?
Bro hug right here.
It's the roast of Kyle Brandt.
Wow, what's going on? All right, before we, this guy's got a lot of material on me.
How do you guys know each other?
All right, teammates, roommates. We're in the same fraternity. We're in the same social club.
It's called an eating club. It's called an eating club.
Yes, I was
You guys can sit. It's okay.
I was at Ross's wedding. He wasn't at mine because he was playing for the Redskins, right?
Somebody.
You two are pledge brothers.
It's hard to
at
keep
Princeton.
track.
Ross Tucker, of course, 7 years in the league. We're going to talk about some football things, but not
We
before.
want to surprise you.
Yeah.
When your college roommate rolls in.
Well, we're doing the news report, and Will Selva, I'm going through my notes here to prepare. I look up, there's a picture of me looking like Cindy Lou Who or something. What the hell was that?
They got better ones. I sent them a few.
And they chose that? Welcome to Good
Let's
Morning
do it.
Football.
Let's dig
What do
in.
you guys got? Good to see you.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
All right.
Go.
So we mentioned you guys were roommates in college.
Yeah.
You're both now working in NFL media. Just go into college, Kyle Brandt.
Go on,
Well, first of all, I would say we're the only two people.
Look at that!
Oh, man.
Kyle, what are you wearing? Why is your shirt rolled up like that?
I gotta show off the guns, I guess.
You got that pumping, Ken? I was going for like the Tommy Boy fat guy in a little jacket.
You sold it!
Hey, you know there.
Ross, you weren't going for it. You were living that life. Man. That's not a costume for either of us, unfortunately.
No, it is funny, though, that we're both here right now because we're literally the only two guys that we went to college with that don't work for hedge funds right now.
That's it!
We're the only two guys that don't work for hedge funds, and pretty proud of it.
Yeah, we're the only two guys in the 99%, I think it's called right now. Right? Our total net worth.
Can
Nothing.
Ross Tucker slam a beer faster than Tom Brady?
Ross?
Yeah.
Ross, I remember you as a guy of great size, not a fantastic chugger.
No?
I would say above average, but we had a guy in our fraternity, Hoagie Havner. Okay?
What a name.
He was unbelievable.
Wait, God.
He loves hoagies. Well, so the,
Kyle, is that a pose or is
look
that
at that
you?
one, dude. Look at that one.
I would do the head tilt back.
Hey, that's when he came home with me for Thanksgiving. His mom was really upset.
You came home for
Thanksgiving.
Ross Tucker
Guess who's coming?
Thanksgiving?
These people, sort of. They eat Pennsylvania Dutch food where he lives. Sausage filling is this thing they grind up sausage and call it mashed potatoes. He's from where Taylor Swift is
And
from.
he asked, like, he's like, what are we doing tonight? I'm like, I know, we're getting a keg of Yingling. Like, that's the only thing you do in Pennsylvania where we live.
A keg of Yingling?
Yeah, that's what they do. Let me play a little offense here, because Ross here is coming loaded for bear with these pictures. This is the guy who's in a suit, and I'm on Sirius Radio, and I'm on this and this. This guy was like the Steve Latimer of Princeton, like super belligerent, super don't bump his arm in the eating club or you're going to go.
Really?
That is not true.
Classic
You were
Ivy
trying to
League
say on
football
his good
player.
side.
I should have played at a bigger program. I'm a better player career. I'm above this. And he's probably right. He's like 7 years in the NFL.
That was a pretty good career. And let me go through memory lane a
Yes.
little bit. And if you're watching, guys, Ross, you can listen to this stuff on Sirius. He's all over the place.
Amazing.
One of the more respected football guys in the league. But let's go back to a trip to Waffle House. Tell us a story about the Waffle House.
Yeah.
So we were in the same
When I became a man.
No, seriously, we were in the same fraternity, right? And like it was
Were you? You haven't mentioned it yet.
Yeah. Nice.
By the way, I was just waiting to drop the bomb. I happen to be the president.
All right, so the meeting's like at 11 o'clock at night on a Wednesday night. And the blood, we're both pledging at the time. And the brothers are like, it's the most important mission in the fraternity's history. It's a long-standing tradition. We need some volunteers. And it's Wednesday night at 11. I kind of like lean back. Kyle steps forward. And Kyle's the leader. And like 4 other guys step forward. And I'm thinking, no way, man. I need to go to bed. Like, I don't know what they're about to do.
I was Katniss. I volunteer as tribute.
So, dude, so they proceeded to tell him, you guys need to go to the closest Waffle House. This is 1997.
Yeah.
Closest Waffle House, need to get pictures on the top of the Waffle House, wearing the hat, blah, blah, blah. In 1997,
Nothing in the Northeast.
It was in Virginia.
Yeah.
It was like in Richmond, Virginia. So he and 4 guys, football players, got in like a little car, drove to Richmond, Virginia, 5.5 hours.
Oh, my God.
Ate at the Waffle House, got up, drove back,
Time of my life.
went right to their 9 o'clock class.
Yeah.
We had practice that day. Here's the best part about it. Kyle stepped forward because they said, long-standing tradition. They had never done it before. They made it up that night. They're like, hey, let's just send a bunch of them to Waffle House. But that's the type of guy Kyle is, and I guess I'm a coward.
Yeah. There's details
you're the
of that
smarter
story you
one.
don't know
Yes,
about.
exactly.
You realize the rouge.
Indulge us.
There was some part of it involving having to wear tighty whities too, or something. Running around the Waffle House in a pair of grape
I'll do
smugglers. It was unbelievable. Yes. It was-
Okay.
Dude, you guys don't know. Kyle
Yes,
was a
it was
legit
amazing.
running back.
Okay, now let's talk about it.
Okay.
Talk about Kyle Brandt.
Yeah.
We're doing the
Oh, no.
football field.
Yeah.
So, well, first of all, when I was getting recruited, one of their selling points was, we already have a commitment from Kyle Brandt. And in my head, I thought he was, they told me he was the Chicago Public League Player of the Year. He's from like a suburb like 45 minutes north of me.
Couldn't be farther from the public
You're
league.
thinking, who is this black dude we got coming through?
Yeah.
I'm just saying I thought he was Chicago Public. I'll stay with that.
Yeah.
But
Wait, his
anyway,
name's Kyle? That can't possibly be right.
But he was one of the only 4 or 5 guys that traveled as freshmen.
Yeah.
He had the first game ever in our new stadium, 98. It was like sold out, 35,000 or whatever. 120 yards, 130 yards?
124 yards.
124 yards. He was good,
balling.
man.
Yes.
He was good.
I could
the
play.
two things I remember the most, it's funny because you remember certain moments.
Well, you were offensive lineman, right?
Yeah, I was offensive lineman. So the 2 things I remember the most, one is really good, one is really bad. The one that was really good is we're playing Brown, and Kyle trucks a guy right on the goal line. I mean, like the kid came over to hit him, and Kyle went boom, dipped on him, and the kid went flying. And you can see on the video on the coach's tape, I don't run over to congratulate Kyle. I run over to the kid, and I'm like, oh,
he
got
right in his
just
face.
got laid
Yes,
out.
yes.
You're like a movie character.
Yes, and kind of, Kay, yes.
He is.
I
No, he
know.
is.
And so, and then like 4 weeks later, we're playing Penn, one of our biggest rivals, and I'm watching the end of the run. Kyle gets like 8 yards, goes down like this. I hear him say, dislocated his elbow the other way. Ooh. This part of the arm went the other way.
It's like a He-Man figure.
I had never seen that before. Yeah. And he was like, I remember looking, and I was like, so Kyle's not going to play anymore. So Kyle, he didn't get a chance to finish the last couple games of our senior year. But, I mean, tough dude, hard runner. I think you had some Darius Geis in you.
No, I wanted to.
I love that guy.
Amazing
Darius
presence
Geis.
game. I will just say in closing, this is so fun. It is so good to see you. There's a very, very special relationship between quarterbacks, running backs, and their linemen. Of course. Ross has opened holes for me on the field, in my career, in my social life, everything. You cannot beat lineman, running back. It's the best.
Love that.
This roast me to a little.
I know. Trust me. When we started getting on the fraternity stories, I started sweating. I'll tell you something. You don't want to know this guy's pledge name.
Speaking of Darius Geis,
Commercial break,
he did things that no other running back in SEC history ever did. He's live on set with us in moments. He's a